Welcome to another video. And before I get into this video, I just want to tell all of you that I posted some videos on this channel which are voice recordings, and these voice recordings didn't come out well. It's just on some videos, I think it's just one that had like volume problems. And I think my LG smartphone is getting ready to clunk out on me. So I had this LG smartphone for 1 or 2 years. It's an awesome phone. It's kind of stiff when I surf the web on it. Go online. Google things. It's very stiff, and it is. So other than that, it's a decent phone. And after I get done making this video, I'm gonna check and see how the volume came out after I make this video. Okay, enough of that. And before I get into this video, I'm going to read something. This happened Friday last week. It involved a man who stole a semi, got into it after he stole it, and it took police on a chase. And he drove this semi to a building and ran into it and killed one person and injured other people in that building. He just rammed that semi into that building and just killed one person and injured a lot of people. And when he tried to ram the semi into that building again, police surrounded him, pulled him out of the truck, and arrested him. And he did this because he was denied and wasn't eligible to get his commercial motor vehicle license renewed. The building that he ran that semi into, he went there and tried to renew his commercial motor vehicle license, and they rejected him, saying that he wasn't eligible for renewal of that commercial driver's license. And that place is a DMV. In Texas, this happened in Texas. Texas called their DMVs, the Texas Department of Public Safety. It's a building that houses a highway patrol precinct station and a DMV. They're all rolled into one. So I can't explain it. I'm not an expert in it. I just see what I see, and I go to a place like that, when I have to renew my driver's license. So I'm going to read something about that before I get into what I really want to talk about in this video. Okay. 1 dead, 13 injured after stolen semi-truck is rammed into Texas DPS office. The driver of the truck, who has been arrested, had been turned down for a commercial driver's license on Thursday, officials in Behanna said. This happened in some town called Behanna, Texas. It's about west of Houston. Okay. And it reads as follows. 1 person was killed and 13 others were injured Friday when a stolen semi careened into a Department of Public Safety office in Behanna, Texas. The truck was being pursued by multiple law enforcement vehicles when it crashed into the office. DPS Sergeant Justin Reese said at a news conference. The driver had been denied a commercial driver's license at the location Thursday, he said. The suspect was identified as Clarence Parker, 42. While he was there Thursday, the driver's license staff advised Parker that he was not eligible to renew his commercial driver's license. Reese said, "The person who died has not been identified publicly. Five others were hospitalized," officials said. 8 people were treated at the scene and released, they said. Bihana Mayor Atok Jekanaz said the driver tried to back up and crash into the building again, but was thwarted by first responders, preventing further tragedy. Now that means he was stopped. They stopped him quickly and nailed him. There would have been a collapse of that building, the mayor said at the news conference. Several officers took the suspect into custody, Reese said. He was being held at the Washington County Jail, he said. A Washington County Sheriff's Office deputy and possibly other law enforcement officers came across the tractor trailer near a McDonald's not far from the DPS office, Reese said. Multiple law enforcement units, including the deputies, tried to stop the truck, but the driver led authorities on a pursuit on US 290, headed west and then using its loop east before moving towards the DPS office, he said. The stolen 18-wheeler took a hard right turn into the structure, Reese said. Okay, I'm going to stop right there. This guy went to this Texas Department of Public Safety office to renew his commercial driver's license, and the staff at the place, the DMV staff members, one of them told him he was denied because he wasn't eligible to renew his commercial driver's license, meaning that they weren't going to renew it. So he left, stole a semi, led police through a chase, and drove the semi to that place and ran it into that building, which is the place that he went to renew his commercial driver's license, which he was denied. He took the semi, and he was chased by police and drove the semi into that building, into that Texas DPS building, injuring one person and killing a lot of others. He tried to back up again, and authorities stopped him quickly, surrounded the semi, pulled him out of the semi, and arrested him. He was charged. I don't know what the charges was, but the charges, if I can remember, were very serious. So, I don't know why he was denied. They didn't say why he was denied, so, I'll probably further tell all of you like what happened if I go and watch the local news there about that. I mean, I'm just saying that to people. I'm just saying this to people who live in other countries and people who live in other parts of the U.S. So there. Anyway, let's see. Okay, I'm doing good right now. Just checking the time on my smartphone to see how many minutes I have left, or hours, how many minutes I have left on making this video. So I'm going to try to make this quick. Okay, I've been on YouTube since 2017, and the videos on this channel are not that great, I'm going to say some of them were good and some of them weren't that great, I'm not much of a content creator. I don't have a lot of charisma. I'm not a great talker, I'll just manage to crank out a video, A lot of people are going to bash me in the comments on my video making abilities, but I'm not worrying about them. I'm not going to talk about them at all. Okay, I'm going to read a comment on one of my videos. Okay, I'm gonna read this comment. I'm not gonna tell you who it is. It says as follows: "You're a good-looking man. You should give it a shot. You really should. Time flies, and you might have some regrets later." I remember seeing this comment and reading it, and I replied to it. This person says I'm a good-looking man. To all of you who are watching this video, do I look like a good-looking man? If you say I'm ugly and old and not good-looking, hey, I understand. But you know, I'm just at a time in my life where, you know, I won't be able to meet that special woman in my life, you know. And you know, there's women out there who don't want to date a man who's a particular age. I say, you know, a man in his 40s, 50s, you know, he's considered too old, you know, and women are not going to go for him because, you know, he's not in his 20s and 30s. If he was in his 20s and 30s, then women will go after him. But if he's in his 40s and 50s, he's just too old. And I'm not going to tell all of you how old I am. So I'm going to keep my age a secret from all of you. You know, I'm not that great with women, you know. I remember a long time ago, I remember I worked at this store called TJ Maxx in Longview, Texas. And there was this woman there that I really liked. You know, I knew her for 2 years, you know. And, you know, I met her when I first worked there, and I waited 2 years, you know, and I decided to pop the question. You know, I kind of like her. You know, she worked at this jewelry counter at this TJ Maxx, and I saw her there, and I went up to her and asked and popped the question to her. You know, I asked her, "I really like you, so and so. Do you want to be my girlfriend?" And she smiled and said no. And I said this, I really like you. And she said this, "I'm very flattered, but I want to stay single." And, you know, that kind of crushed me, you know. And then I got kind of scared, and I thought I crossed the line on asking her that. And I apologized to her the next day for this, and she said this to me: "You don't have to apologize to me. You weren't being mean to me." And I said, "Well, I just asked you, do you want to be my girlfriend?" And I kind of went overboard on that. I kind of stepped my boundaries on it. And, you know, I guess you just want to be my friend. And she said this: "Yes, and nothing more." So, you know, yeah. So now, you know, I'm just past that time in my life, you know, and it's just too late for me now. So, you know, I might be lucky with a woman. I might not, you know. I'll never know. Maybe I'll stay single for the rest of my life, and I'll just be a lonely old man. I'll just probably just grow old and alone. And just, you know, just keep cranking out videos on this channel talking about absolutely nothing. But, you know, after I make this video, I'm not going to make any more videos. I'm just going to take some time off. I mean, I'm probably going to, like, be gone for a very long time on this channel. I probably won't be making any videos, you know, because, you know, I gotta like take care of some things in my life. I gotta improve my life. I gotta do something with myself. I gotta make things better for myself. I gotta work hard and on a job if I ever get one, and, you know, and save my money and try to and try to, you know, change my location and go and move somewhere better, because where I'm living right now, I don't like it here. I want to get out of here. It just I just hate it here. I just feel like I'm nothing here. I feel miserable. I get angry and throw temper tantrums. You know, I let, you know, people just push my buttons just to get to me, just to tear me down. And I just want to just get away from this place. This place is terrible. It's horrible. You know, it's, and I want to live somewhere better, and you know, and I really want to meet that special woman. You know, I want to marry her. I want to settle down with her and start a family with her. You know, I want to have some children with her. But you know, and I want to like grow up and be more mature and contribute to a relationship with a woman. You know, I just want to grow up, you know. You know, and I just want to just stop being, being this irresponsible, immature person. You know, I just want to be an adult. That's what I'm striving to be, you know. And I hope this doesn't turn any of you off. Okay? Okay, let me check this. Yeah. Yeah, you know, and I want to travel abroad. I want to keep doing that, and also, but I really want to live in another place, live in another country too. You know, when I want to change my life. So yeah, yeah, and also, there's some people who influence me here on YouTube. You know, people like Doc Garcia of the channel DocG07, formerly known as Damn This Place 07. My best friend, longtime friend who I haven't seen in years, Captain Brandon Horror Lover, which is known as Brandon Middleton. A lot of people who influence me. And I made some friends here on YouTube. Martel DeCool, Prince Aaron, Brian Deebs, Winston Wu Fowler. And I'm going to go back to Winston Wu because he influenced me too. You know. So yeah, I'm just an entirely different person from what I was in those old videos on this channel. So, yeah, I'm single, I'm alone, I'm unemployed. I'm all by myself, And to this person who told me that I'm a good-looking man and I should give it a shot, and I really should, and time flies, and I might have some regrets later. Yeah, if I wait too long, and get to an age where where it's time's up, yeah, I will have some regrets later. But sometimes you gotta deal with something that the hand gives you. Yeah, sometimes you gotta take the grain of salt. Sometimes you gotta take what life gives you. Yeah, sometimes you gotta take it, And there's no time machine where I can get into it and just go back in time and change things in my life in the past. There's no time machine, and it doesn't exist. If it does, I would change my life forever. I would go back in time and change my past and come back to a different future. But, you know, a time machine doesn't exist, so, you know, I can't change the past. I mean, all of you can't change the past for yourself. All you can do is just move towards the future. That's all you can do, you know. You know, if I find myself a lonely old man who's single, you know, I just gotta just take it as it is and just move on with my life. So that's all I gotta say in this video. And before I end this video, I'd like to thank all of you for subbing to this channel and watching the videos on this channel that I post. So I'd like to thank all of you for that. So that's all I gotta say in this video. So therefore, let me kill it. This is Richard of the New Manchester YouTube channel saying, signing out. Cheers and au revoir. Bye. Oh yeah, before I end this video, I'm going to add this in. Yeah, at the beginning of this video, I was talking about that guy who stole that semi truck and led police on a police chase and ran the semi into a Texas Department of Public Safety office building. And you know, he did that because he was denied and was not eligible to get his commercial driver's license renewed. I mean, this guy rammed this semi into a building and killed one person and injuring a lot just because he was denied of getting his commercial driver's license renewed. Like, that's just crazy. You know, and I hope this guy gets what's coming to him, because that's just wrong. But, you know, yeah, and, you know, in that, also during that news coverage or press conference near a busy highway, a Texas Highway Patrol trooper sergeant said that this tragedy is a sad day for the DPS of Texas. And you know, I'm not going to defend these Texas DPS offices all over the state of Texas, because, you know, they are known for having, you know, disgruntled employees who treat people badly there, who go to renew their driver's license or take a driving test there. I mean, the DMV staff there, or DPS office officials, wherever they're called, they treat the public really badly, you know. I was yelled at and talked down by one of them when I went to renew my driver's license. And plus, you know, it's a very toxic place to work at. If you get a job there, you know, the people will look over what you're doing. They'll tell you what to do. You know, it's a very, very, very toxic place, you know, and I'm not surprised that some lunatic, some angry man who's a trucker, took a semi and drove it into a Texas DPS district office somewhere in Washington County, Texas, and killed one person and injuring a lot. And I'm not surprised about that. But, you know, the way I look at it, the guy with the semi who ran the semi into that building, you know, I'm not on his side. What he did was wrong. And I'm not going to be on the side of the Texas DPS officials or the Texas Department of Public Safety office buildings, wherever they're called. So, you know, that's just how I feel, and that's just my opinion. So, you know, there's no winners or losers in this. There's no good and bad in this. I mean, I see bad. on one side and on the other on this. So that's all I gotta say on this. All right, bye.